I loved the idea of rock climbing growing up. In all the media that showed rock climbing, it showed these guys effortlessly scaling these large rock wall faces. Mission Impossible 2, Point Break, The Rescuers, K2, Vertical Limit. Oh, wait, maybe not that one. But let's face it, rock wall climbing is a little dangerous. Just ask James Franco. And yeah, sure, they have less fun, safer ways of climbing, but who wants to do that, am I right? I mean, have you seen the prices of free climbing these days? Yeesh. I mean, I'm still scarred from my Boy Scout summer camp, and I ended halfway up a rock wall climbing wall with dirt, rocks, and splinters shoved into my bleeding, oozing blisters. Not a fun camp story. But luckily, it seems like one of the new modern trends of games these days has all to do with climbing. It's kind of taking gamers by storm. I'd love to credit Peak because Peak is a great, fun game, but honestly, I think this trend started happening before even Peak released. So today, before you get tangled up in all that rope, let's look at 5 good climbing games that you may or may not have tried yet. As always, if you like this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Honestly, it really helps with the channel. Okay, let's dive in, or climb up. I know, this game keeps coming up on my channel as a game I'm excited about, a review, and now here. But I wouldn't put it on here if it wasn't a great climbing game. This game has some of the best hands-down climbing mechanics I've touched in forever. Again, you play as Ava, this driven mountaineer obsessed with hitting the summit of this mountain. Not just any mountain, mind you, the mythical Mount Kami, one that's never been conquered before. In this game, it's not some Bennett Foddy anger rage bait. No, you move each limb in almost like a puzzle game, while also balancing your stamina and pittance. Not only that, but you have to deal with weather and day-night cycles as they affect what you can see and what you can grab. Not only that, but the minimal story is fantastic and the music is hauntingly beautiful. It's stylish with its almost painterly art style that feels timeless. And yes, the goal is to get to the top of the mountain, but there's lots of little collectibles to collect along the way. If you haven't yet, please check out Karen. It's a really great game. Up next, we have White Knuckle. This straight-up creepypasta roguelike speed climbing game is nightmare fuel, and I am addicted. You're trapped in this deep, decaying megastructure called the substructure. 10,000s of meters of concrete and decay. This game functions off almost like a physics-based engine, where you have to manually hammer in your pittons if you want to use them. When your hands are white, hey, it's great. But when your hands go red, that's it, you're done. You fall into the icky goo of death. And yeah, it's back to the start. It's tough. It's very, very tough, but fair. And while it's considered a roguelike, it's less random stage generation and more like random sections. On top of that, there's this really strange hidden mystery embedded throughout the game. I haven't gotten that far on that, but it seems like some sort of ARG might be hidden inside somewhere. And if you take on the challenge and beat it, not to worry, there's a few extra maps they've thrown in there with free updates. This is one of those games that I just really find hard to put down, and I'm always saying just maybe one more climb. Isles of Ash kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like it appeared on Steam one day and then it kind of just blew up. This short, cheap indie horror gem has an interesting take on the climbing genre because instead of climbing up, you are more rappelling down. Now granted, there is still climbing in the game, otherwise it wouldn't be on this list, but you are descending deep into these caverns and ruins. It's really insanely interesting. But it is a horror game, which means a monster is chasing you. I won't get into what the monster looks like, but its presence is always known and hunting you. Tension is just, chef's kiss. And if you slip and fall, it's over. Back to the last checkpoint thingy. But for what it is, it's a really good experience. Short, cheap, the whole game should take you about 45 minutes to an hour to beat, and unfortunately will haunt you later. Not in like a creepy way, but more like an emotional way. Peaks of Yore is probably the most chill, yet challenging one on this list. Set in 1887, you're a classic mountaineer in the Great Gales, bagging the most famous peaks just to collect your jolly little stamps. This is Victorian vibes all the way. Another physics-based climbing, but done right. Intuitive controls, smooth difficulty curve, but honestly has a really high skill ceiling. You'll have to decide between routes, and hope that that rock you grab onto doesn't send you flying down. And battling these goddamn seagulls. Get out of here. Now, there's no real story in this game, just you and whatever thing you decide to climb that day. And let me tell you, it's more than just mountains that you're climbing in this game. Giant boulders, windmills, icy shelves. And the game really is a peaceful experience. It's not a ton of music, so it's just you hanging out. Literally, sometimes. But again, make no mistake, this game is tough. Its hardest challenges will really test your climbing abilities. And rounding us out is one of my personal nostalgia picks, Grow Home. This was literally the first game I bought when I finally built my first gaming PC. It was one of those ones that I saw on some YouTube channel and just wanted to buy it. You play as Bud. Adorable little guy. Look at him. He's a little robot on an alien planet, and all you have to do is grow this massive star plant all the way up into space, so you can contact home. You climb these gigantic procedurally grown plants using independent hand controls. Each bumper controls a hand. Again, this is a shorter game, but again, it's short, sweet, and joyful open world exploration. Not only that, but it's collectathon. You collect these little crystals just for the fun of it. You can ride these little leaves like paragliders and watch the world expand as your plant grows. It's a really fun, wholesome little experience. And while it came out a little while ago, it's still a really fun time. This game usually goes on sale quite often, so there's really no excuse not to play this one. And again, I think this one takes about an hour to beat. So a short, bite-sized game if you want to beat it in a weekend or something. And hey, that's my list. Hopefully I showed you some new climbing games that you've never heard of, because these are my personal favorite. And again, if you enjoyed this, please drop a like and a comment, or, talk about your own climbing adventure if you've had one. I read every single comment, so please drop one below. Also, I have links to all 5 games down in the description, and come join our Discord. We hang out and talk some of the time, and like to bounce ideas off each other. So yeah, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and see you next time. Bye!